Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to Elden Ring. Today, we're going to be storming Raya Lucaria. So I got the key to get in through the gates. However, instead of making the way all throughout the lake, try to get up through a bunch of soldiers, I'm just going to take this handy dandy little passway. That way it takes me all the way over here. See on the map if it loads. It was way over here. And just hops me right over. And because I have the key I picked up from where the dragon was sleeping, I can just pass right through there, no problem. Another little teleport over here. Now the academy is behind us, but I'm just gonna go get another golden seed. Oh, yeah. And remember our friend Yura? We can be summoned here to help assist him. And I believe it provides a good Ash of War to eventually use. One that helps avoid and negate damage. So now we are the invader. And he, very much like me, is using a set of claws. However, he is a bit more optimized right now. Oh, yep. Oh, no. Thank you. Yes, okay. He almost got my ass there. Thank you, Yura, for the assist. Well, I got the assist, technically. But, thanks, bro. Oh, no time for an emote. Yes, Raptor of the Mists is a very good... Oh, sub, bro. How much you want to bet there's like a 5-hour loop of his breathing?
Oh, it's you. Thanks for your help there. That bloody finger was a thorn in my side. And now I'm finally rid of him. Here's a token of thanks. Please, take it.
Well, thank you. Just the one? Yeah, whatever.
I may not have much time. I'm dying to see you. Eleonora. Violet bloody finger.
I will eventually find her.
Yes, I've been tracking Eleonora for quite some time. She is the deadliest of all bloody fingers. She's felled many an old hand already, but in spite of her cessblood zealotry, Eleonora is a proud knight. If she comes for you, do not think twice. You must flee. There is no shame in self-preservation.
You underestimate me.
Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet again, if fate permits.
Oh, I'm sure of it. So long, Yura. So yes, I will take a low stance, and if an enemy hits me, I do not take damage, I believe, and I just hop right upwards. Oh, I do have runes. Good. Okay, so when I activate this, I get +5 to all of my stats. So my damage, my HP, my stamina, all of that's going to go up. Even my equip load. And here we are in the academy. All the sorcerers. Forgive me if I do look a bit rusty. I have been replaying Dark Souls 2 in my off time, and the controls are just a bit different. You know, one day I would like to play Dark Souls 2 on this channel. Not many people do. It's the middle child of the Dark Souls franchise, after all. I do understand the hate or the strong dislike of the game within the franchise, but personally, I do love it. I think it does have its really nice qualities that paved the way for Elden Ring. Some of the unfinished mechanics that were put into it, such as power stancing, were really able to shine in Elden Ring eventually. The lore is also really nice. It's the one that feels out of place compared to the other two, which 1 and 3 connect so well together. But then again, with the whole time dilation between 1 and 3, it's kind of meant to. 2 is supposed to feel out of place because it is in the timeline. There's still so many references, though, to the first game, and then in the third one, there are so many references to Dark Souls 2 that it's difficult to ignore. And that, yes, I do understand that having to level up your iframes is kind of stupid. But it's not the worst. Plus, at least it's a better 80 adaptability is a better scaling for poison than what we got in okay. Oh god. As I was saying before, I was really interrupted. It has a better poison scaling system with ADP than what we get in Dark Souls 3 through luck. But then again, that mostly is because of patching it for multiplayer purposes, which, my hot take, if a game is predominantly known for its single-player mechanics and still relies a bit on multiplayer, I think that it should be more optimized for single-player, because I think they do a better job in this game with patching certain mechanics only for multiplayer. but like they completely nerfed bleed in poison in player builds for Dark Souls 3 because of multiplayer, but in Elden Ring they can patch more easily PvE versus PvP. Ah, okay. That was Dark Souls mechanics coming in there. I forgot that you press A to jump for a second. Ooh, very close. I am going to cash in one of these. Yeah. Let's top that to 25. I do want to get that to 30 before fighting Radon. Lazuli robe. Come on, Cletus, we're hunting nerds. Ow. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No thank you, no thank you. And this guy, yep, there he is. Oh. Just barely. Nice. Now, while the Raptor Mist, I believe, is a keen affinity, whenever we do get the Occult Wet Blade, which will eventually allow us to make any mundane Ash of War into one with an occult affinity. Oh, shit. Shit. I got greedy. Come on, there we go. As I was saying, we can turn the Raptor Mist into an occult affinity, which is very nice for what I am trying to do. And this Renala, as well as what seems to be her Carrion Regal Scepter. Okay, I got enough FP for the jellyfish. And here we have the Red Wolf of Radagon. You will notice that if any creature has red hair, 90% of the time, Radagon is involved. Oh, come on. Oh, hello. No, thank you. I have no reach. And you have no life. And now I got some memory stones. Another one. Oh, I'm so close. Whoops. And because I'm dealing with a lot of magic, I'm going to be switching over to this armor set because it has better stamina or better magic resistance. Another stone sword key. I do not want to mess with that thing over there. This is always a good item to get just in case you need a bit of an intelligence boost. You put it on and it decreases your stamina, but it increases your intelligence. There are quite a few of them around with different properties. Some increase endurance, some increase FP, others will decrease other things further, like HP. Oh, and Yura gave us a Smithing Stone 5, and here's another one. And there's a large ball. Get juked. You oversized marble. Ooh, now this actually might be a bit of a difficult fight for me. Hey, we match. Damn. Okay, come on. Top me off. There we go. And he drops a shield that I am ill-equipped for because it uses intelligence. Yeah. And I'm gonna go down here just to show it off, but we have the Glintstone Wet Blade, which is an item that I would use if I were doing an intelligence build. However, I'm not going to be. And it increases, well, it alters affinities to magic and cold, which both scale off of intelligence. It also allows for Ashes of War that already have either magic or cold to then be interchangeable between those two. It's very good. I do not need this. What would be better? Steady increase of health is better. And in here is Renala. Mom, there's a scholar on my boot. Gods, I forget how creepy they are.
Hush, little Calva. I'll soon birth thee anew, a sweeting, fresh and pure.
So yeah, that's Renala in the state of her grief. And she's being protected by that a weird amber dome. Uh Too many. The first phase, not difficult at all, considering she's literally just a grieving wife and mother. However, one thing about her is her children do love her very deeply, especially one in particular.
Ah, my beloved. Have no fear. I will hold thee. Patience. Ye will be countless born, forever and ever. Upon my name as Rani the Witch. Mother's rich slumber shall not be disturbed by thee.
Her voice sounds familiar.
Foul trespasser. Send word far and wide. Of the last queen of Caria, Renala of the full moon. And the majesty of the night she conjureth.
And now she's badass. Too bad this is just a vision. That can really do some damage to me. Sorry, Renala, I am literally just going to be bullying you. I am so sorry.
Little Ran, my dear daughter.
I feel so bad.
Into being.
When you really get down to it, if it's a enemy that doesn't have high stance, a bleed build like this will just rinse through them. I feel so bad. I'm just beating up a mother.
Where did he flee?
But it's
my
okay.
Sweetings?
She's alive.
Come out from whence ye hide. There are books and light aplenty.
And I was given her great rune of the unborn, which allows me to respec my stats through her
To be better born.
when I have a larval tier. Which I do not believe I do have, so. And I can exchange this remembrance for good intelligence-based items, but nah. I am not very smart. Not for this build. I'm going to start putting a bit into faith because at this point,
Where did he flee, my sweetings? Come out.
I'm going to go about and do a couple
There are
things.
books and light aplenty, dither not.
So I mentioned before this area, which is right by the graveyard with Soldier of Godric. And it is where I'm going to get a very necessary sacred seal for incantations with this build. And there's this guy that I'm pretty sure will one-shot me. So I will simply be evading it, including, but not limited to, running over here, because there's very, very small fall damage. I'm gonna wait, because I think it may... Nope, it's going back. Cool. Those things will somewhat track you, so it will eventually come down this way. Unfortunately, I don't think these guys will bleed. Oh, I think it might be coming this way, though. Ah, shit. See if I can, bait these guys. Guess not. Oh well, I thought I could bait them into that weird sentry. And here's a banished knight spirit. And what he just used is what I want. And what he just gave me. Dragon Communion Seal. Let me just put this on my offhand. So yeah, it has C Arcane Scaling and D Faith Scaling. It increases the effectiveness of my Dragon Communion incantations, which is what I'm going to be using for the most part. Shit. Oh, there it is. Okay. Shit. Damn, that felt very personal. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get my runes back. It's gonna come through. Oh! Come on, heal, heal, heal. Don't. Those guys are annoying. Holy shit. Yeah, keep moving, keep moving. Go, go, go. Turn all the way around. Let me go through. And it's eventually going to come back down here. There it is. Good, good, good. And now I'm home free. Okay. What's up, dude? You remember one of these guys? Ah. Gotta bleed. Oh, and it's poisoned too. Narrowly dodged that. Ow. Ooh. Get a heal off. There you are. Oof. Now back here, I have another gold seed to put into my flasks. And I can level up my faith a bit more. And for Dragon Communion, I need Dragon Hearts in order to trade them out for spells. So what I'm going to do is go farm a couple of them. This is going to be a longer process. Give me a good amount of runes. And also, I believe 5 Dragon Hearts off the bat. This is generally a good way to farm runes way early on, especially if you get a weapon that does bleed damage. Bleed buildup. So like the flail is a very good weapon to do this with, especially because it has the I forget the name of it. It's a the Ash of it's an Ash of War that does a really small animation, but gets many small hits. The damage isn't substantial, and unless you have really good stance, it's not very practical in combats. However, for this, with a immobile target, it just starts building up bleed. And its health bar is insane. So getting that 15% is what you need with this. I'm also going to run around a bit just to get supplies. Oof. Some of those guys do explode. As you can obviously see. And thankfully, these dragons here are generally blind. Not literally, but they don't see you if you are in a certain distance, which is really nice. Because there are a dozen of them just hanging around. And we'll see why. So yeah, the upgrade materials in this area. So maybe he did kind of see me. And maybe that is my cue to get the fuck out of Dodge. That's the first time I've ever seen him do that. But yeah, the upgrade materials in this area are indicative that this is a high level area because I got Somber Smithing Stone 8 and 9. The only other one I have that's smaller than that is 3. So this is an area I should not generally be in, except for this gal right here. This lovely beast is the mother of the modern dragons. They're the ancient dragons that use red lightning, and then there are the modern ones, those guys that we were just passing, who are more inclined to fire. And if I just get right here, I can start whittling away on her health. I'm not doing much damage with each of these slashes, and I'm going to be doing less because of that roar. That's a debuff for me. However, when I do proc a bleed right there, I do roughly 13,000 damage. And because I have such a high bleed buildup on these now because of the occult affinity, this is going to start whittling through her health. The strange attribute that I do kind of like within the From Software games is dragons having feathers at times. You can see this in one of the dragons in Dark Souls 1 that you can join the Covenant of. And you can see it here even with these feathers. I think it also denotes the difference between modern and ancient dragons. At least in Elden Ring. Come on, almost there, almost there. And down she goes. There we are. Like I said, five dragon hearts and a good amount of runes. Because I believe I need 15 faith for the majority of basic spells. Yeah, I got the map for Dragon Barrow. So now if I go back to the cathedral, I can start purchasing those incantations with the hearts. I'm not going to be using too many. I may go for a few straight faith incantations within my build, such as O Flames Cleanse Me. But then there are ones like this, Rotten Breath, which is going to be my bread and butter, as it inflicts Scarlet Rot, Ice, and then the Dragon Claw, which deals a lot of stance damage, which I'm not going to be very proficient in. And we look at my spells. There we go. There we go. There. In there. So yeah, Flame Cleanse Me. That alleviates poison, Scarlet Rot. This inflicts Scarlet Rot on others. This inflicts Freeze, which is really good at times. It makes them more susceptible to damage. And then this one deals damage and then stance breaks most enemies. And it also gives me a higher stance while I'm in the animation. So, I'll show off a bit. So yeah, now you can see his health is starting to whittle because I gave him Scarlet Rot. And then I killed his ass. And it gave me the one element of his set that I did not want, the shield. So if you cannot tell, this is not going to be a shield-heavy build. And while I'm here, I'll just pick up the map. Nice. I don't typically explore too much of Caelid. There are only a few places that are worth noting for myself. But I am going to go into this cave here. Mainly for smithing stones. Is it potentially a bad idea? Yes, because I do not have a decent flail. However, I don't care, frankly. Ooh, Somber Smithing Stone 2. That is what I need to start upgrading my seal more. So yeah, my claws are definitely not optimized for these guys here. However, ay ay ay. As long as I can bleed them, which I can eventually. It just takes a few more hits than others. I'm good as golden. There's also an item in here that might be useful to me. The Cross Naginata. It's a spear that is a bit of a sword. It's a bit of a hybrid. I have a good occult affinity for that. Good occult Ash of War. Ow. If this land octopus does not get in the way, which it is currently, it might be worth it just to... Yeah. Scarlet Rot it. Oh, don't you heal. Get crit. Yeah, you didn't like that, did you? And you took forever to die, too. Oh, great. He gave me an ovary. I've been needing one of those. Oh, double whammy, double whammy. No, 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 no. I'm switching over. Ugh. I'm not doing too well with this. Crits are always good with them, though. I'm gonna go for this guy first because he goes to warn the others immediately, and I do not want to deal with them all at once. Instead, picking them off bit by bit. Like this. Ow. Got him on the way down. And got you on my way down. Yeah, keep howling. There's literally nobody to hear you. Except for me. Stone. Why, hello there.
Where did you spring from? This
Door.
was supposed to be a dead end, I'm sure of it. What's going on here? A door from thin air? Well, stranger things happen at sea, or so I'm told. But onward I shall go. I am the warrior Jar, Iron Fist Alexander.
Pleasure to meet you.
I was heading to Redmane Castle, on the southern edge of the scarlet, rot-blighted Kaled Wilds, where a festival is being held, until I was stumped by that dead end.
I love you, Jarman.
It's time I set off to the festival at Redmane Castle on the southern edge of the scarlet, rot-blighted Kaled Wilds.
Why, thank you for telling me about
Doesn't the
this.
thought just set your heart aflutter?
It does. My good occult heart. I'm gonna rest here just to regain my Estus flasks. Wait. No, Crimson Tier flasks. Dark Souls terminology kicked in once again. So this is not a dragon. Oh, okay. It's like one. Instead, this is what happens when a person tries to become a dragon. And they essentially get half of it. You can tell by the assortment of limbs that it has a bit more of like a humanoid, anthropomorphic set of arms and legs. calling back to it being more human than anything. It has more anthropomorphic shoulder blades and things like that. It crawls on the ground, doesn't have the quadrupedal formation of its body, so you can tell that it was somewhat humanoid. I mean, that's kind of the difference as well between worms and dragons. But he also gives me a dragon heart, thankfully, even if he's only like half of one. And also the moon veil, which is a really good dex intelligence weapon, but I am not going to be using it. And now I'm going to
I took you for dead. No matter, it's all the same.
upgrade my
Now
weapon.
you're on.
And the seal. So yeah, the incant scaling is going up significant with each upgrade. And that'll be very good for us. Yeah, that's a keen affinity. So, see how magic and cold. Never mind. Well, thank you for tuning into this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.